Hello, my brothers and sisters. This is your friend and family member, Job Titus Cannon. Today, I want to talk to you going into the week of Valentine's Day, probably part one. What does love look like? What does God's love look like? Let me say it again. What does love look like? What does God's love look like? Before I get into today's message, which is part one, what does God's love look like? I want to share a story that happened to me when I was about 12 years old. There was this girl who visited the neighborhood named Tanya. She was a very, very pretty girl. She was a relative of one of my neighbors that lived catty corner from my parents' house. I thought this girl was so pretty. I decided that I would write a love note and give it to her because, I was kind of shy back then. And somehow my mother intercepted the note and read it. You talking about a blackboard turning red. I was so embarrassed. My mother didn't scold me, but she said to me, "Joe, what do you know about love?" And as I look at this in retrospect, I knew absolutely nothing about love, but it was something that I said on a letter because I like this girl. When we talk about love, love is one of the most misunderstood words and our emotion that we face today. I'm sure that you have heard songs like "Love Should Have Brought You Home Last Night," "If Loving You Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right." Or maybe you have heard cliches such as "Happy Wife, Happy Life." But what about the husband? Or "Love Till It Hurts." Is love supposed to hurt? Or maybe this: "I love him or her, but I'm not in love with him or her." Or lastly, "Love at first sight." Is there such a thing? Maybe that's up for another discussion. It seems like love is all over the place with these songs, cliches, thoughts, and beliefs. What does God say about love? What is love supposed to look like? As a licensed and ordained minister who performs wedding ceremonies, I like to bring the couple's attention to First Corinthians chapter 13, in which I refer to as the love chapter. And we have discussions with the couple on what the Word of God says about love, agape love, which is unconditional love. I want to start off by discussing what the Word says about First Corinthians 13, 1 through 6. This is First Corinthians 1 through 6, and it reads like this: "I may be able to speak with the languages of human beings and even of angels, but if I have no love, my speech is more than noisy gong or the changing or clanging bell." This is powerful because God is saying that you may have all of those gifts. It's possible. But love is more important than anything. It goes on to say in verse 2 of chapter 13 that I may have the gift of inspired preaching. I may have all knowledge and and understand all secrets. I may have all faith needed to move mountains. But if I have no love, I'm nothing. Verse 3 goes on to say, I may give away everything I have, or even give my body to be burned. But if I have no love, this does me no good. So God is saying that it's possible for you to do all of these admirable things, but still don't have love, because love is priceless. Verse 4 goes on to say that love is patient and kind. Love is patient and kind. Let me say that again. Love is patient and kind. It is not jealousy, because jealousy is as cruel as the grave, or conceited or proud. Now, if you have to beat someone and talk to someone in a tone that is not desirable, you need to check your love, because I don't believe that's love, because you are not displaying the love God desires for you to display. These are the characteristics of love: patience, kind, not jealous, not conceited, not proud. Verse 5 of chapter 13 goes on to say, love is not ill-mannered or selfish or irritable. Love does not keep a record of wrongs. Record of wrongs. Oh, you remember when you did this to me? You remember when you talked crazy to me? You remember when you ignored me during the family gathering? You remember when you looked at my mama crazy? It says love does not keep a record of wrongs. 1 Peter 4:8 says this: above all, let us love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins. Let me give you these 4 things that love is. Let me say it again. These 4 things that love is. Love is action. Action that you should display. 1 John 4:11 says, dear friends, since God so loved us, we ought to love one another. Love is action. The second thing that love is affection we should show. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 7, and to goodliness, mutual affection, and to mutual affection, love. There are several things that Peter is calling Christians to do, and that is to show affection toward one another. We know that love is action. We know that love is affection. But love is also effort you should continue. 1 Corinthians 13:7 says, love never gives up. That's effort. Love never gives up. Love doesn't just stop. And love is continuous. Never give up. Love never gives up. God doesn't give up on us. And lastly, what love is spirituality displayed by God in you. Love is spirituality displayed by God in you. 1 John 4:16 says this, and so we know and rely on the love of God that he has for us. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them. Before I leave you today, I want you to know that love is not just a hit it and quit it. Love is work, and you have to be willing to put in the work to love, because love is action, love is affection, love is effort, and love is spiritual. God bless you.